Now we are going to design a thumbnail for this person or this YouTuber. His name is Rajan. So let's start. First of all, we have a mosque which is 400 plus years old according to his information, and we have to make a thumbnail for it. Most important thing is we already have made one, and he asked us to change something like the background, his picture, making it a little small. So we have did that, and now we have to change the font according to his style. So as it's Bangla font, so we have to use his reference, and you can see this is the reference font he wants. So we have to go to free font Lipi Ghor, and so that we can find a font which will go with this. So I have written the text, and now I am checking if I can find any font for it. I'm starting with the page 1, and I will find it manually, as it's not English language, it's local language of Bangladesh, or you can say national language of Bangladesh. So hopefully we will find a font which is similar to that. And we are on the page 5. If you need any thumbnail design for your YouTube channel, you can mail us at cfdlogomate@gmail.com. We have to write the text again and again, as it's still needs a lot of updates and modifications. We have to match the font here. Hopefully we will find the uh, font from here or similar font. Just we have to go as close as possible to the font. Maybe we will have to go through maximum pages to find the similar fonts, and there is only 23 pages, so no worries about that. I think we have to go more and more, and hopefully we will find some fonts similar to that. As we are not still getting the similar font, we are having a collection of similar fonts. Like I think this is small or a little similar to that, so I have to download it, and then I will click on to go back. Now I have to go and find more and more fonts so that I can find the similar fonts. As you can see, this can also be a similar one. If you see the fonts, you can see that there is also some similarities, not 100%, but almost you can find similarities. So let's click to back again. We will check all the pages if needed to find the exact font, but if we don't find, if you are unable to find the font, we will use the similar one. So I think this is a lot similar to that, but not 100%. But as we think this is similar, I'm just going to download it again. So we have downloaded 3 similar fonts, and we will have to click to go back again. And we have only 4 pages left, I think. After that, we will decide which font we are going to use. So till now we have not find the exact font, but we have got some similar fonts which will help us for our design. And this is the last page. Maybe there is not the same font for this, so and we have just three fonts: Alinur, Bejoy, Others Path. So we have to download it and install the fonts Unicode version, as we are using Avro. And for Adobe Photoshop we are using Unicode, and for the software I'm using Avro, so that I can write the text properly in my Photoshop. I'm installing the fonts so that we don't face any complications. And now the last one, Others Path, and regular and italic. And now we have to move to the design, and now we will write the text. So we have already here the text, so I'm just uh, pressing keyboard button Control and C together to copy this, and then I will come to this file and I will paste by pressing Control and V, and hopefully you can see the text here. And now we just need to change the font, so we will go to the type tool and normally just will click on the text and we will change the font accordingly. So we can use the fonts, these three fonts, and we don't know which one is going to resemble it, so I am going to use one by one. Alinur, and for that we have to press keyboard button F12 to turn the uh, Avro off. And maybe we have a spelling mistake here. Let's check it again. Alinur, okay. A L I. Okay, this is the font. So we have this font, and this is the font. So this is one font, and I'm going to make a copy by pressing Alt button to see which one resembles the text most well. So next font is Bijoy Isha. So I'm going to write BI. Okay, we have got that one also. So we have two font options here, and we will see one more options by pressing Alt button to make a copy. And then we have the last font name, Other Path. So I'm going to again select it, and Other, ADOR, and Spark. And now we have these three fonts. So if I show you the two text, the raw, you can see raw. This is the letter raw. So if we match this, we can see. Okay, maybe we were unable to change a font for this one, and this was Bijoy. Okay, so we have these three fonts, and if we see the later here for the chaw and raw, and I think this option is not well for it, so I'm deleting that. And now we have these two options, and if I consider 100%, I find this perfect. So we are using the font Lee Alinur Niladri Unicode. So for this text I am also using the same font. Let's say maybe eyedropper tool can work well, but unfortunately it doesn't did the expected thing. So I will use the text manually. Okay, so we have the fonts here, and we have to keep the size same. So first of all, I am going to take a copy of this by pressing Ctrl and J, and now we are going to convert to smart object, and both, as we are going to work on it. So first of all, we have to match this style. So for it, if we focus on the first text, it's white. Okay, so we have to keep it white, and as it's on it's white, we don't need to do anything. After that, we have to focus on their shadow or light, whatever you say. I'm treating this as a shadow. So how can we create that? First of all, I think we should add a stroke of very small size. I think black is good for it. And then I have to add drop shadow. And for the drop shadow, I think we have to decrease the size for it. And for the distance, I think we have to manage it according to this one. And I think this distance 13 pixel is best for it. And now we have to change the angle according to that one. And now we have to select the uh, color like red. So for the red one, so I think this one is best for it, as we are now working on the effect, so we don't have to worry more about it. So we have did that, and we are going to do the same for the below text. And for that, we have to again, for the gradient, we have to use the gradient one. So let's go on it, and gradient overlay. And for the gradient, I'm going to use a light yellow color, and for the dark one, I have to use this one. And we have to change the angle, and we can do that by this one. And for the, so I think we can do something. Okay, I think this one is perfect gradient for it. So if we see match this, and we can see some similarities within the gradient. And now it's time to again apply the shadows according to this one. So I'm just going to click on the effects of the above and trying to copy the effect here, and hopefully, okay, all good. But just need one thing, the gradient overlay is hidden. So let's make it again. This is yellow, and this is a little reddish orange. So I think this is okay for me. And for the stroke size, I think the stroke size is a lot more still. So I'm going to reduce it to the minimal possible, and I think 2 is okay for it. Okay, and then doing the same for this one, and making the stroke 2 pixel. And now we have the font here. And for the text copy, I'm again making a copy of it, as we don't want to lose our editable version. So this one, for this one, why did we did that? Because we want to create a convert to smart object. So for that, we have to have the all options there. So if we see that the above text is below and the below text is above, if I show you, you can see that this text, oranges text, is below the white text. So we have to make it above. How can we do that? Just press left click and make it above, and you can see this is above now. So uh, we have did that, and now we have to make it like this one. So how can we do that? So for that, we have to make it convert to smart object. So let's click convert to smart object, and this will be as convert to smart object. We can edit whenever needed, so we have kept a copy of that. So this is just a smart object, so we are going to rename it by saying, so we have did that. And now we have to add the strokes here. So we are going to use the strokes, as this is a stroke. You can see this is a stroke. So I'm using a stroke of red color with lower opacity, and as if you see that both has the same type of gradient effect, same type of opacity, but maybe this shade will be the darker one. And after that, we have to check the stroke size is okay or not. Maybe it will be a little less and opacity will be a little more. And after that, we have to add one more stroke if possible, and that will be white one. And for that, I have to increase the size a little more, and opacity will be 100%. And if I show you that this one and this one is same, but still there is something which we will work later. So stay tuned, and we are going to show you how to do that. So we have did the till here, and now it's time to work on it. So as you can see, this is a smart object and we have completed everything, and now it's time to work on it. So I'm again going to make a copy of it, and making the eye off here, and again select convert to smart object, so that we don't want to affect the editable version. And now it's time to work on it. So how will we do that? Just click, press keyboard button Control and T together, and you can just press Control button and left click on the button you want to adjust, and according to that you can adjust wherever you need it. So I think this one is okay, and just click that, and hopefully we have this completed. And now as you can see, this has a brush effect with reddish here below the text, so maybe we can do something with that. So let's click on new layer here, and make it below the text, and we will take the brush tool and see which one works well for it. So I'm going to take a reddish color. If it doesn't work well, we have to we have not we have no need to focus on it. Let's see what will go well. And we can see one more thing, that this text is more above to show the as my client asked me to show the mosque fully, so we have to keep the text as possible as above, and then we will apply the brush, and hopefully we have to work on it a little more so that we can see which works well or not. So let's try a reddish orange to see if it goes well or not. We have to play with this. We just need to focus on the style, not on 100% copy. So I think this one is, I think opacity should be increased of the brush, and a little more decreased. Okay, this is okay. We will show both version to client, whichever client wants. So we have did that, and now we have to focus on the location. As you can see, here is a location, this one. So just go to this, I'm just making a copy of that version and just placing it where it will go well. And now for this effect and location icon, we can just copy the location icon and paste it here. So location icon is just like this. So we have put the location icon, and now it's time to do something like this. So how can we do that? Just took the pen tool and make sure to have this shape, and now just draw a line with the pen tool, and you can see that it has already done a stroke, or you can say dashes or dots, but there is something you need to explore. First of all, keep the pen tool selected, make sure this stroke is on, and then make sure this is done. This you can say click to apply this stroke. Here are some stroke styles. So for the stroke sizes you have to work here, and for the stroke color you can work here. So I have done a lot, and I think we can now move on the final version. And for that I'm going to use the direct selection tool so that I can adjust if needed. I think this color can be changed for the stroke. Let's try if different color works well. I don't think other colors will attract us. Let's change the position of the dashes. Sometimes it helps, and hopefully this helps now. Let's rename it by dot, make it mask, and apply some masks here by the low brushes by clicking on left third click, and hopefully this is okay. And if we see that there is something that is not okay, but we can adjust it if needed. As you can see, this text has a darkest red, but it has not. So for the darkest red we have to go to the editable version. So let's click it to off and click it to on, and now let's work on the stroke one to make it darkest possible. And now we have read it, and again just delete it and control J to copy it and convert to smart object again, and just click to hide this one. Again control T, just press keyboard control button and left click to adjust it accordingly needed, and make sure it's above so that the mosque is visible easily. And now I think the dark red is a little closer to that, not 100% but almost close to that. So we will show this version to the client, and hopefully he will ask for some feedbacks, and if he asks for any feedback we will come back to this design and we will update it. Thank you so much for watching this video till end. Hopefully we will be able to teach you some new things, and if we don't able to do that, please comment and say us what can we do to improve our learning method, teaching method. Thank you so much.